Okay, so let's take a look at this question. Um, we want to use the given conditions to write an equation for the line in point slope form in general form. The line passes through 3, negative 8 and is perpendicular to the line whose equation is x minus 6y minus 7 equals 0. Well, the given line is only going to be used to obtain its slope. And we are going to take this line and we're going to put it in point slope form. So that's the thing we want to remain clear on. The line whose equation we're given in the problem, all we need is to determine its slope. And then we are finished with that line once we do that. Alright, so let's put it in point slope form. We have x minus 6y minus 7 equals 0. And our goal is to isolate y. So we are going to subtract x from both sides. And we're also going to need to add 7 to both sides of the equation. So we're left on the left with minus 6y, and on the right we're left with negative x plus 7. Now, in order to get it in point slope form, we're going to need to divide every term by negative 6. And so now we have y isolated on the left, and we have 1 6x. X over 6 is the same as 1 6x minus 7 over 6. So the slope of this line is 1 6. So that's actually the slope of the given line, and that's all we need from this line is its slope. So the slope of the line whose equation I'm trying to find is perpendicular to this line whose slope is 1 6. The two slopes have to multiply to give negative 1. So to find the slope of our line that we're really interested in, we are going to invert 1 6 and change its sign. The result is negative 6. And that's the general principle. When two lines are perpendicular, if you have the slope of one line, to get the slope of the other, invert the slope that you have and change its sign. And then you'll have the slope of the line which is perpendicular to the one that you have. Alright, so our line then has a slope of negative 6. So our line has a slope of negative 6, and we are told that it passes through the point 3, negative 8. So we want to use the point slope form of a line equation. Y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1 is the formula that we're going to use. So where we see a y1, we're going to put negative 8. Where we see m, we're going to put negative 6. and we're going to replace the x1 with 3. Okay, so we're going to replace y1 with -8, m with -6, and x1 with 3. And that's actually our point slope form. Typically, we're going to get rid of double negatives. So as soon as we get rid of the double negative in y minus -8 and leave the right side as is, we will have the point slope form of the equation. Okay, so this form is one of the things the problem asks for. So that's one of the answers that would be entered in for this question. The next thing that was asked for was the general form of the line equation. So we're going to distribute this -6 with the x minus 3 as our next step to obtain the general form of the equation. So we multiply x by -6 to get -6/8, -6 by -3 to get +18. And so we now need to get a 0 on one side of the equation and simplify everything else on the other side. And so I'm going to add 6x to both sides and also subtract an 18 from both sides of the equation. Alright, so we then are left with a 0 on the right side of the equation. -6x plus 6x gives 0, and so does 18 plus a -18. So 6x plus y minus 10 equals 0. Since 8 minus 18, it gives us our -10 on the left side, is the general form of our equation. Alright, and those were the two things the problem asked for.